Alright, abusia mami mo bibia kwaba na me famra negative efidikesi eso. Abusia wonim de bia ye ka asem che sebi NPP fo a omo Ashanti regional monfa nche mi left. Omo nti nyema bi ase. De bia me mega me ka se it's about the time Ashanti region a free home NPP stronghold no. That name shouldn't be given to them anymore. I didn't say since the inception of this government, MPP Amanyukono are neglected the Ashanti region. The Ashanti region. Oshe infrastructure about 47 MPs in a more Ashanti region Kumasi. But Yimbisa say none of them seems to help the region. A ban hospital, na yemfa okomfanochi teaching hospital. Yana na otikoko so papa nyankopon nye okesia. Nyankopon enhyira na pia o. Ono ena otene dwam. Eye den oye appeal for fun. Odidi sika osresre sika tisa akwada ketwa. Se omomfa nye den en develop okomfanochi teaching hospital. Inti this is the time I was say the voting from Ashanti region, I was say Ashanti region shouldn't be the stronghold of NPP again because since their inception now, they have neglected them. Businessmen be a meeting. Omo akomo koko so asem e de akire the vice president. Video no ha no meme yakwa akohwe. Na ensem omo ka ye de nka me yakwa ese ni guase pa e na omo ayeden omo aka omo de akire no. But ayana omo de wewe nitua omo pe election ni se betimi abomo so omo mfio but nyame ya omo adom na so omo dua e honom e na obehu who is who ebi e na yehu na ne president Akufo-Addo enti abusia mesre wada yenko na yenko hwe video no emfamra mini studio no mfa nche no ti de bia wa akira yenko hwe video no mfamra na yakoba Mr. Frankaden awoye the educationist also the political scientist adom nsemu asuko unim amenka se nchiro uko the whole of constituencies bi o Ghana MPP constituency aye papa akompe ko kan di Japan oyini bottom sika e de ye bibi wo ho ye papa mamenka se nchiro okonfanochi teaching hospital ye papa okoto best e de momo oto bedsheet even omo musika esombo so omo fa innovate the maternity hall and the children's hall wall enti papa we na yeka say oye all time politician papa we na yeka say he is a hero and he will continue to be our hero abusia ye beko yakwa akọ video no e dia ba but MPs binuma omo Ashanti region they still call themselves MPs. I said to me, Abedi MP for a year swami over a decade. Asante Bekwai a Joe Wise. Boson King a education minister, your duty. Manshia South a Matthew Opoku Prempe doctor. Bantama a as Subachi. On the quality so by 2020 year no buy. But the initial one no ochem abwaji awu free mu. Abusia Yimbisa say all these MPs what are they doing to help the region? What are they bringing on board? A ding and a modeba. It's about the time the MPP in Ashanti region. You have to know your rights. Say the stronghold na de bi omokano. It is not your birthright. Namu you can change it. Into this election, no man and reflect it. Na dibia sa the intention and as the mindset no more the we say Ashanti region the NPP stronghold, so you should vote for them massively. You mean say after voting for them massively, what will you gain again? This is the time I was a Moses Salmon. Yanko video, Yanko tea, or Marcusem and Fabrana, Koba, a bet was.
Sabe, your MPs, any ministers, Your Excellency. Mumusa MPs, ministers, I want to say, Kumase. Apart from NPP, business gurus, I was an woman true person. Obiatina Bawumia. Here, all Canadian examples, they say Obia or Banatia. Better fear in them. Oh, Bama, someone sorry, Obia to me, sorry. Because a human level. There were there were plenty of ultimate support to businesses. Everyone grow. We are a show enemy product. Is that water? They are one of the best mineral water in Ghana. And so the people are there on testimony. From 2016, we must see some told you giving her more is in there. Dog, electricity, a hammer drain, just a base. If you never check, if you have 20,000 and then you check 200 and something. Just a way one way electricity and use dollar. Who doesn't be where we are? That's why I'm moving out of my wife. Let myself. I didn't hear me understand. Somebody died, so sad. The baby was so about Ashanti, the slap. You didn't want to any support to the art. And never be a was a woman of ministers, no MPs, any party members. Ever put your papa, you're so year, you are also the fact, only a while, and only a day. Because I never went MPP tonight, or MPP Ashanti stronghold. But so we are one, and the other person was Ashanti. What mean that when I said MPP Ashanti stronghold? Because the beard is someone, and never be all right. It's money MPs, more ministers, but I say MPP back one in front of Ghana. We are over fair over and we are in a Yobia, and then something in an American it is the South. Said Akupoya, that's our overpower. And never be also to prep, ever open war. Some time I know a public really so. A public no a politicians to tell their over a new program. It is sell dog. Some are that woman. Some way I get here and Akupoya now the Uber power. Just set over one piece. Every minister just say what he said. Let's start some problem with energy.
Alright, so what's in some more canon? Clearly, no, or more making it clear the actually Bawumia say NPP are buying a bar since a mubedi or my so. A businessmen in problem. So, the history of Ashanti, so the Ashanti, pure Ashantis, no. They were doing what? A trade. They were a businessmen and women. Studio, all kind of interruptions. And a beba mufanchemi. Enti abusia, nyameni no kwaridi. Ohwe nsema the businessmen no muka. In fact, Ashanti region has been neglected, and this time around they have to do what? They have to show them by voting massively against Dr. Bawumia. Mom who say yes. She said the Mudia ya sebi brusebi nyando na enye yedeno. Ene ye chidam say Mudia biwa sebi yen jimi bitnya chidam. Enti said the bia mekano. Mama ye say ye remote omo fire no mo chinchin ye baby omo pe eno modi eto. Na mum let them know that say ye na yeto abamomo ye ene di omo ba sebi ye di omo sisimpi so ye ene ye wekufado eko Jubilee House. Mobeka ya bra na obonto ye wekufado. Oso ba on den ne chinchi Asante fota. Ojina Asante hinim ehyebo sɛ ɔbɛboa ama kɔmfa no teaching hospital no ɔmo ayɛ den ɔmo asie wie na yɛmmisa how far is it now. So all these things shows clearly that Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, they have failed, and giving Bawumia a chance is like giving Akufo-Addo a third term. Intima, Mr. Mo, Union Asante for Ibia or Mayam or MPPD, a Modia, MPPD, say, Abusia, Ma Obin Dadao, say, a dear your Diana Sinipano, who give 2 million man and on family show be what it just say, and sign no dear bill. Because nipa no woman to me one kasa unia ena woman to me ena unia no akwaba ena odi to me ne di so ena o mafia wo so ede na kire se unia no se bia buru se bia nya ko ho adwen papa eduti nsema the businessmen accounts a mo kanyina no yawdie ena awura mu yenko ne nkoti Mr. Frank Deni odi nsem bia to bia efa san nsem ye video ye ko hwe yi ho na yekoba Pega, no one simbi, me be eka. As I did Madino S. Message also subscribe, now like you, Madino was saying after for you. Remember me chiba for him free. New York America and coupon shida mammy, the support of the my mammy will be him free UK. Young coupon is and will be out him at the TV, young coupon yoke say. Young co, then kuti and sema. Mr. Frank Deni so, what can't I fast and same way.
Money edit to drive a person near who no cry. Oh, mammy, so as a political scientist, abino as said, yes, say, obey good business. Send a papa, Kayana.
Bahima,
Papa.
In fact, the businessman is very bold, and ye kase ubi ye Ghanaian, wachrese ampa or ye Ghanaian. Na yese ensu etaya ponchrenia or je war. Na se ye utri. Na wanka semu nsususo a yeyiwa yibone na aya na mprempi no bebre na fi se Ashanti region eye NPP stronghold enti se biya na omoka se wode aboampo ebegina ho a yebeto ama NPP ana se bi Asante for de omuhia na t-shirt NPP t-shirt asa. But what the businessman has said no approve wrong. Actually, when we talk of politics, we are talking of the development of the people. We are doing a political discussion. Enti se asem ye ka na wan kasa so dia toto ho. As a political scientist, dear minim every political party, especially in Ghana, melemetimi hu to Ghana, we have the common ideologies. The common ideologies are use socialism and capitalism.
Okay.
Now, there is other general rule, whether say or practices socialism and I say or practices capitalism. The responsibility of every government and say ube create an enabling environment for your citizens.
Okay.
Into you create enabling environment now citizens now tap into it. Now ubi also utilize it to benefit himself and the country. Inti say ekobase you being the government won't mean create those enabling environment. Now citizens are not ebre. It means your duty as a government or you have a shortfall.
Okay.
Now my mentre socialism no na mentre capitalism no na yentiasie. Over Ghana ha the practicing socialism. The late President Dr. Bawumia. He brought socialism. But idea a hand in a year, Nimpenfu are no mubu Ghana no. Now they don't understand what we call socialism. Socialism naturally say to say memfa ifie. Bia ifie penny and I say mammy and I say papa. Inti abusuana japade ni nyina. Ye de ama abusuana penny. Inti say uhia ensu a eyabusuan panyina asede ubedidi a eyabusuan panyina asede ubehya atade de uhia no wo abusuan no bia na de uhia no wa abrabo mu bia eyabusuan panyini isan se ejapade ni nyina ehye ne nsem na ode hwew enu ntina sesabi obi firi mu na obi di ade na ye de nipa no ejapade ma di ade na di nipa na wa free mu no ne ma no ye ka se waje agapade ne de a hwe omo se asensi a ye se o mo papa na mo maame ne di mo maame na mo papa de agapade no wo no ho ye na sede se den ohwe mo. That is it. So about capitalism na ha no de agano na abusia panyini no wa distribute resources no ama obi a enti de wo pe na wo de den enti ha no you have to get a smart people. So when you're smarter obekoye se obade bonyefo no okọ ne papa wo so onfa na japade no ema no na onfa nkobo ne bra ode man na okọ ya ansi ni yie no. So that is the capitalism. Enti before you practice capitalism no, you are citizens, you have to know that they are very smart. Enti se ujai ajapade ne show monsa omo betimi utilize no. And another say me di kofia so when I say mfa say eja na enabi free na so wo ajapade na ema no efa na omo amfa ma panin de bedi ade se ode behwe omo a sa asemsi e ka se ane o maami ana so papa wu ye na ajapade no mo na mo faaye nti se asem aba mo ankasa mo hwe because ajapade no mo nsem na wo so what you say. So that is the capitalism. Okay. Over NDC they practice socialism. Okay. And NPP so no you practice capitalism. Na mama ma example unse se ne wo Ghana wa hunu ye da so bo Dr Kwame Nkrumah. Most of the developmental project ye da so bo Dr Kwame Nkrumah. That is the spirit of socialism. He is the father for every Ghanaian. Inti the Ghana ni here bia ye na said nti ho. So you have to nti no akoye se with the socialism no or panino na president na ohwemo. Okay. Ohwemo Uyusu manager padia. Now NPP they are not practicing full capitalism. They are practicing both hybrid. That is socialism and then the capitalism. Because over some of their pro-poor policies, most of the pro-poor policies in Ibiano is initiated and implemented by the spirit of socialism. Those with the socialism ideology. No? Now, as NPP ye capitalist. Capitalist no omo tete businessmen and women. Omo grow private sector. Omo grow entrepreneurs. Na se ene Ghana aye womi NPP nete Ghana so edi Ghana so na businesses agu ukodwom amanfo ebre. Then what is the government doing? What is wrong with the government? Has NPP changed the ideology? And upon all, so your sister ideology no craft from capitalism, the general responsibility of the government to create an enabling environment for the business community so that they can also utilize themselves and build their businesses so that they will have a good life and the country will have peace. Whenever nipa na ye wo oman no mu no ye ho toya oman no so no ne ho to no. So that is why in 1990 UN said when we talk of development we should target the people. So what targeting nipa no na oboa mo nipa no ne ho to no a it means oman no atumpon oman no so ho ato no. And if the government is not creating an enabling environment to grow business, as some businessman no bisa by now, he's perfectly right. Okay. He's perfect right in politics. But if for instance, I always say, men father say minim bibia, but the American no, when so far quadrin be muna bisa who say, asema frankie can no correct. Na pe one now ufi say one so one in there, no bisa na fatu to home. I like a constructive debate. Okay. Me criticisms. It more criticize me I'm a pepper. So you can bring it and let's have a constructive discussion. But I will never lie in control and show. About him, Antino, as a businessman, he's perfect to ask.
But where the mammy be so, I didn't see your politicians number train every election year, so no one made listening ears.
All because abana politicians no mayor. In Ghana here, any politician on file when just say abatuo adu ansana ubehu se okrokro ono neda anopa na ofrel ofra no mpo na wafa be opa mistakenly o fraction na wafa enu nyina kan say that politicians ni nyina omo eni adwempa ma bikura o frel bo o freme that politicians ni nyina omo ni adwempa ma na abena papa politicians are the leaders. Okay. Dientia politicians e buy ni at first. Not to me ekura na nanom. Ena transition buy e be kura asofofo. Okay. Ena political philosophers and so no ababeje. Now when we talk of politicians it's now the philosophers. Okay. The elites and then the ordinary. Now we've sidelined the religious bodies and then the traditionalists. And you crowd pagan hampodia, you say, nananom and your politics crowd. Now, the entire leadership a at first, now a state, we were in a state of emergency. The state was bleak. Now, the survival of the fittest. Okay. It is lived by the strongest. And now, it said, no. Abena wajapade ne a nka ai laptop yi meeting na mafa me de ko untimi nka hwe nkyere me we na wa de na no ho de no ababaje ana omu nyina atena ase na omu se no adan na yempe obi a oye kukudufo okay ana omu se first na ntokwa wo pa bia me hwe me kan bum na abena mo na mote ha na makwa me ne mo akwa na magim wajapade ne nyina enti yenka ye honwom na yempa ahodenfo no na ohunni ye so said ye be ya ombe timi protect ye no mo protect ye japade enti se obi mo de ko ana obi pese osisi ya sa ahodenfo no beje ye in the leadership bae but so we Ghana ye de ne de e opposite leaders na no mu ku ye obi vra wanti meku no waju omu akasa no emia omena ku omumia emia ku ye so what is it is over Thomas Hobbes, John Locke and J.J. Rousseau. J.J. Rousseau capitalized say to me no ekura ye yen citizens no yen to me kura ye and indeed it's true. The politicians their power is temporary. Young citizens, our power is permanent. Na identity no okura temporary power. Go okura permanent power. Onu di na wudi nya na ho kire. It's all because we've not come into realization. Yama omo afaye nomu. Yama omo adadaye. That is why we are here to educate and make sure say you realize to yourself and think of yourself say the power belongs to you. Okay. You have the power to control and manage the affairs of the country. If you J.J. Rousseau can say, so for instance, abana wona ye beto aba you say bedi yeso. Na botayentia ye to aba ma wo say bedi yeso no. Wan tumi anye na ye ho da so kire ya ye wo ho kwan say ye san so to aba you free so. Okay. Enuntina enei me ka kire Ghana ni bi a otie me say memma obi enada meme kura no memma men kan jo se koto wa ba ma A or B se meme ka kire wo se koto wa ba ma A or B a abena bisa ho se wo so ya no pai awie anyimre anadwi wen na ma waduane di ye wen na ma sika ba obotom wen na dwen wo ho ba bia woda nipa no nim kwen ofaso didie kwen ofaso hwe wabusua wo kɔ no wo ba nipa no nim o how ne amane a eda oso no nipa no nim eno no na wo no badwense men so o how ne amane a me wo mu nie die mi hia nie wen na esese me to abama no a obetumi ahini afiri saa o how no na wankasa wakwa akoto because individually obia wo ne how ne na mane. But because the politicians don't want us to enlighten, no, they do political seasons say ya na omo aheda ayira ya adwen. Every year how no ya mane ho. Because in politics, human behavior is illusion and unpredictable. And if human behavior is illusion, then the tactics of every politician is any power no eba bedu ho a yen start men won na yen sheda yen pe bibi kakra ema omo. And over Ghana for yen Ghana ye nipasu no, we are very hospital. Ye ji ahoho, ye ji nipa, ye tai it's like ye dem from swache.
Okay.
Ye hu nipa mobo. Ye wa badaye. Enti sesane dia yen kom ho na yen krokro mo den ya mo de beche omo de ya ne ye na omo sanso to ma ya ne asanso amia won and yen fan to ho me say ye to aba no mom no munya tumi no wi a wako MP minister politician no ho owo mo nso so ye si oni ho na frempo de me mo anka wo de se mo fra mo no mo kura tumi na mo fra mo no mo fa wo de mo anka sa mo make the judgment. So mo kura tumi no mo ankasa mo hwede ye de yemo na mo petumi so mo hwede o mo ka na de o mo de yemo. This is the clear difference. So we Canadian company ko Japan. That is why Canadian company ko Japan stand tall. Orono emwana obo nipa orono obo dada nya aba 20. Eti onu say so ko Asen Central onye campaign no. Because na said yes or you nipa no or no wa da. I quite remember you call one of the constituency police protocol or the amount of if you want constituency nipa kura or so onya bi you call no di o watem say mo sorry ya me ma pep protocol amamo me dia beto wo mo mpe nipa mra no mo nya nipa ma different community nipa na oba ya no so a or so ni sika the bay medicals na ade and one can't re onabo ken no tena ho sa amatam no pa na kwese de onabo si blasting no o se me matimi aboa ma protocol na nti se woni sika eye se wo meka nkire me wo ha as MP se me boa mo wadi ye me du besi baabi pa and na se wo tena ho so wo ken Japan he is pressuring the people of Asen Central. If me boa dem mra bonte meka nkire me ono na all pressure omo puntuo enya abatuo nti abatuo. That is why when we say election time in Japan or your campaign for the constituency ono no onam na all your campaign manfo, and there is no constituency in Ghana here Canada compare ko Japan ne blueprint anyhow wa boa every constituency nipa ho dra wa boa mo is unpredictable. That's why we hail Canada compare ko Japan, and indeed Canada Japan is our hero when it comes to politics, and nobody can undermine that. So what I say, enti abena politicians no, that is their strategy and we should understand that. Enti if we never those politicians na when we say omo twebe omo no neda omo no nebe kwa fuom omo no be ene kura na ebi mu botire na ebi mu wo fufuo na ebi mu si niema abena yemi say ya wo say MPC ya hene omo wa Ghana ha ya to abom ama omo wi a omo botire omo wo fufuo omo si niema yemi say ya ho. We should think and realize to ourselves. So fufuo no wo ye na to abama no a fufuo na ye problem. Woto abana kwa no ma me wo fufuo no na wo wadada wa ma wura fi the actual problem how no eye niema sie but oba oh niema ye oba be sie de oh na me kura na ma adwena sesa se de meto abama no me fufuo ye wo ye na fufuo da ba bi odi fufuo nti oba be fufuo da ba bi ama wa na usi niema da wo oba be si niema ama na that one is it your problem? Na uriya wa ba be fafo na me ba wi suku onya juma nya mesra mo ma nya juma me ba me mabre me pa juma me yesi na wo kwa akoto aba no wo we wa juma wo pa so na akoto aba na e ba ye de ye business nyina agu na ye say ye wo successful businessman wo ho betumi abo ma business wo kwa akoto aba tia no so onim kasa se wa gunu hwe we should enlighten ourselves. Me bomba say what we tell you if odo Ghana na odo ayi nipa mpuntuo odwe nipa ho a share it money hunu the kind of politics we are doing in this country. Now we should come into realization yana na yebo e ho abro o kwa akoto aba hwe ohaw na wom no na kwatere kwa oso obema ntoma na wotie ne din nipa no a ose koto aba ma no bisa ho se so owamwa bi de boa ho a adana onyeye gina so afakoto aba memo bi na daw me kura no I think you believe in me, you trust in me, but me na daw asema me meka kire no fa kwa adwendwen mu na bisa ho se asema frank kan ampa ansa na watu hu anamon eno na beboa wo ama wo daache asiye.
Enti, that is it. Mr. Frank will always be Mr. Frank because he has been frank since day one. He has been frank to himself since day one. They be an acquiring no better. And acquiring so say a shisheti semako. Enti Asante for yes, this time around, the moment who say MPP now or Mukani now. Muka de Asante for the omodi dadam. But omuvi as a munya the omupevia, the only thing they can do for you is that they will neglect you and they will ignore you and they won't even remember from Mr. Frank Sena now cannot from Mompike. But you see omupe offer Dr. Bawumia umbra umisi unema or baby see or me washi utensils or baby washi or me wo fufu or baby wo umisi umaniama. Just all sort of house chores often or baby, but you miss us after the election no and go for from one on beba. This tells us say omuhune bibia ena yeti omonka. After so mbinye bibia no, you can never hear from them. And even say unye wunkwana anyo muina na from one feel. And you know it is true. Say business omudi kasa. Enti sedi omuji senka saha na Ghana obia ejenya atwon no na waya enko NPP aban media makan ko mbelu so hands down because you see no de ekono so obia ba bonti no kasa everyone must talk enti hwe Bawumia nanim sebi na nanim yefe baby oti na na ayese onsu ayese onsere because omu twi nanim we de wa makai nano na behwe news Asante hene bu ni be enti ohwe nanim a ase na odi nani to ehwe Asante hene ase ono nto a wosere ase ono wosere enti this tell say so owie na so nya opa e no twe nani e behwe Asante opa onye se di yewra akufado sabe wo tele nachi nipa osi won dani nachi ma Asante ne Ghana ene wadani nachi ene otumfo na nkasa ene otie dwema osleska say yempanye Kumasi teaching hospital Kumfalochi teaching hospital any other parts of Ashanti region. So it shouldn't be that any can say basa because that is the reason why that is the reason why about 47 members of parliament in Ashanti region. Yembisa say how many of them and meeting money ebehwe koboase kohwe honum good. A lot of minerals if you over, but go and look at the rules. Kona kosho mukwan. But we have somebody called Cameroon to me. It be ye galamse enyesika ay mudru. It me ko yibi live on television, radio. But yembi say how many of the sikano wunya ena wadi etwa what twene abehwe say oh me hwe say Asante for munsu ye omakwan ye omu chese omu hospital ye ene oko baby a chese enkofo de tafom. A lot of things are getting out of hands because of reckless and ambiguous government. Inti yabane yakasa don't think say NDC for NPP for NDC for nipa. Inti no say NDC for kwane yakasa we deserve to talk what you say. Inti yesremo Ghana for titire million Asante for umaye yeninda hono ye se debi the Dr Bawumia and individual Kufado mwase omaye kudri. There is no way I say yebe sandi a benjan ama Bawumia because giving a year Bawumia another term and I say continue a mokan say woman Bawumia another term. It's like giving a Kufado another term and you can't afford the coming back of you Kufado. Yankopo himself. So I was comment section. Median mega subscribe. Macau. Bye bye.